Thank you for joining me. I've just come out feeling rather disappointed, having been watching the women's football final. Hey ho, it's only a game of football and I'm only a supporter. It's not as if I was in there kicking the ball around. Then disappointment would be, yeah, that would be fully acceptable. But I'm also disappointed with this. That poor tree that I spoke about, I think it was on the piece that I was talking about kindness. It is no more a fully functioning tree. I had cut down to about, I suppose, 4 or 5 feet off the ground because it was a weeping tree. But I am not to be trusted up steps unless I can hold on. And difficult to hold on and lop branches with one hand. So a friend came along. He was up the ladder lobbing those branches down, and I was chopping up, and I still have this pile to chop up, and I have the bruises and the scars to show that I wasn't just sitting watching. So I've already got 12 bags of these cut up twigs in the garage in case it rained, to try and squash into my car to take to the tip. And I reckon I've got another 12 bags here. I'll keep some of it for kindling for the fire, but most of it will go to the green tip. We haven't taken this tree right down, just in case there's any hope that it might actually have a bit of life left in it. Yes, all of this stuff is very crackly and dead, and quite a bit is covered in lichens. So we were mulling around yesterday what should happen. My friend reckoned that I should get some lighting in it. I think that sounds a good idea, because this tree has been glorious and I've been so pleased and proud to have it in my garden. It's got rather an interesting shape to its outline. So maybe some solar lights would look pretty from the lane, would look pretty from the house. And maybe next spring I could fix several hanging baskets to it, so it would be serving a useful purpose and adding a splash of colour to that portion of the garden. But on either side there are self-seeded trees. There's a hazel there and a hazel on that side. And in between there's a holly and a sycamore. So I could choose to let some of those grow up. Okay, I think that hazel would be too near these mature trees. So it would have to be this hazel over here that took over the leading role of providing some height. So decisions. The thought of having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe hanging baskets there in the spring. Would be nice, but there's the extra work of planting up those and then coming down and watering them when I'm trying to cut back on tasks in the garden. So decisions. And maybe when push comes to shove and there is no sign of any growth in spring, that the whole thing will have to be sawn down. That's a decision to be made next year. So, having got a blast of air after the football, I shall go inside and have something to eat because my tummy's rumbling. Thank you for joining me. So long as those are the only disappointments today, life will be fine. Take care. From this little chap who has no idea what I am wittering on about. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now. Bye.